Hey, what's up, you guys? We're off on another fishing adventure here. Got my buddy, and we're headed down to a different section of the Harpeth. So, last time you saw one of my Harpeth videos, I was way south. Boy, I'm shaking like crazy this morning. Too much coffee. We were way south. This time, we're down in the Bellevue area. So, let's see what we get. Pull it out past. Do you have a loop in it? You got to pull it all out and then reel it all back up on. It's just line twist, man. Spinning reels get it. Sometimes it's a sign of cheap line. Sometimes it's the bait that you're using will make it twist even more. You know. Oh crap. Oh, was that the line that came on it? Oh yeah, you don't do that, man. Yeah, you gotta immediately replace that line. Yeah. They put the cheapest line on there they can possibly get. Yeah. Yep. I like the Suffolk Siege. It's a blue box. Usually that's what I'm going to use. This right here is 6. Yep. Yeah, you'll notice a world of difference if you change your line out. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty normal. Yeah, see, there's a lot of rock. All through here, there's rock. Say what? Oh, yeah? Oh, they were mismatched. Were they mismatched? Yeah. Yeah, man, bring it in. Good for this kind of fishing. Creek fishing. Whew, when that sun gets in my eyes, I can't see anything. It affects it a lot. So here's what Fish told me, and I believe him. So as you slosh around, that wake, when it reaches your target zone, see, it's almost to hit you. As soon as that wake hits my target zone, that target zone's ruined. Yep. So you want to slush around as least as possible. It's kind of like hunting. You kind of want to sneak up on them. I just had a bite. You want to sneak up on them as much as you can. You don't want them to hear you. You don't want them to see you. I think lots of times that's why I do so much better when I'm by myself. It's because I'm not talking to anybody. I'm able to be more careful as far as the motions that I make and all that stuff. I'm trying to decide whether to go further up this creek or go down there. You think? You think it was skinnier over there?
Well, yeah, this is the main Harpeth River. That's the little Harpeth.
Oh, okay.
That's actually another tributary.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then we'll keep going on this one.
I mean, that doesn't mean there's not good fish on the little Harpeth.
Right. That's the thing with this thing, you know, you just never know. The old Hayes dong does it again. Gotta love this little thing. Look at this little fish. He's got a gut on him. For a spotted bass, he's got a gut. Got it?
My thing may be full.
Oh, you got a cricket, no wonder.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, let me go through and maybe erase something.
I got it. This is gonna look like the same photo. See if I can do this without dropping my phone in the water. Let me stick it closer. There we go. All right, see if I can get the release over here in the water. There he goes. Just hanging out down there.
I didn't get to see him. Did you get a close-up?
So he was up under that tree, by the way.
Okay.
So and that size fish will hit that thing that you're throwing. I'm surprised. I'm really shocked you haven't gotten one yet. Because we're basically throwing really similar little swim baits. When you get to where these areas are, where there's a little bit of a shelf on the bank like this, throw up against the bank, because they do that. They get up under the bank and hang out down there. All right, what's going on here? Gotta love a spotted bass. I just had another hit. I might have to give you one of these Hayes dongs. That was definitely a fish. Right up here, up underneath where that tree is touching the water. There's another one. Oh, he got off. It must have been smaller. You know, I grew up fishing. Me and a buddy of mine, we would hike. Well, there was a pond probably 2 miles from our house, and we used to hike down there. We would hike down there and fish, and we would catch caterpillars on the trees and stuff. And then every once in a while, we would do a long hike, and we would go out to like Stones River and try to fish near the stones. And catch them every once in a while. Did you hear that? I knew there was fish back there. And then I'd say about the time I got a driver's license, I didn't fish for a long time. Yeah, exactly. Girls and driving. And so, and then I joined the Navy, and you know, I fished a couple times in the Navy just because you're at the ocean all the time. Kind of, you know, brought me back to my old ways. And I didn't really pick it up again until I got that contract with the National Guard I was telling you about. because one of our jobs was to follow the FLW. We had a National Guard angling team, and we had to follow those guys, and they were like, man, you guys need to, come fish with us, come fish with us. So we'd go fishing, we'd use their gear and stuff. And then one of the tournament directors was like, well, have you ever heard of the BFL? And we were like, no, what's that? And they're like, well, it's like the amateur division. You should go fish one of those. It's like $100. So I went and bought a bait caster and started learning how to fish again, and got involved in the BFL, and I did it pretty seriously for a little bit and didn't do very well, and kind of hung it up. And I fished with a club for a while, like 2012, 2015, something like that. And I would just fish. Oop, there, we just spooked another one up. He came all the way across and went over there. Right. Well, some of the ones you see on the bottom, it's the ones you see in the middle of the water column that are catchable. The ones on the bottom are usually those sucker fish. Oh, there's another hit. Yeah, you need to throw over here. So see where that first one's hitting the water right here? Just to the right of that, in between that and that hole on the side. That's good, that's good. That's good. Let it sit for a little bit and then reel her in. See what she's swimming like. Yeah, it's swimming good. Yeah, you just need to get it over there. Come step up here. Make sure you get that cast good, because there's a fish over there for sure. And he's staying put because he's hit me a couple times. This thing is just a little too big. See how much bigger mine is? There you go. Fish on, I bet you money. Do that a couple more times, because I know there's a fish over there. Oh, nice. Just keep working that spot, because I know for a fact. He tried to run off with mine, but it was too big for him. Nice. Let it sit for a second. Okay, now reel it in. Oh, man, that's killing me. I know you got one over there.
I might like that lure you got better.
Here, we'll fix that. Matter of fact, I think I have one that's got the jig head still on it. Yep, here you go. Swap that sucker out. This is one of the best baits I've ever thrown, and I'm not lying.
Really?
Yep.
I got one of these.
Oh, really? You've kind of exhausted all of them? Oh, you don't have any. Oh, okay. So being late's not going to hurt you. You just don't like it. Oh, there's one. That's a better one. That's smallmouth, finally. Whoa. He's trying to run through my legs. Good smallmouth. For this river, that's a good one. That's probably what was hitting me over here. I wouldn't be surprised. And he just moved. Nice little smallmouth. Pretty little guy. I like that. Let's see if I can get to my phone here. People say the Harpeth is no fun to catch fish in. I say no. Huh?
Why do they say
Well, because the fish aren't huge. I had a guy speaking down to me too much. He kept saying, "Oh, you don't want to go to the Harpeth. They, you know, all those small fish. You want to catch big fish. You don't want to catch small fish. All this kind of stuff." And I was like, "Dude, you are harshing my freaking vibe. You need to move on." And I let him move on. All right, here he goes. Right down into fish heaven. The haze dong does it again. And the beauty of this little bait that you're tying on is that you don't really even have to set the hook. They just kind of, when they hit it, they get the hook in their mouth. Nothing they can do about it. So usually when I catch a fish on it, it's just like, okay, there's a fish there. God, look at the size of that shell, man. Oh my gosh, yeah. If I could stick my hand down in there, thing is massive.
I found
I mean,
one down in the Duck River that's good.
I mean, you could use that to drink water out of. Look at that thing. See the shiny right there?
Yeah.
Look at the size of that thing.
I found one in the Duck River. I don't know where to go though. Of course, that's the way they do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of like doing this, like we're doing right now, is, you know, you got to go fish it to find out if there's anything there. I like going on tips like everybody else, but I think I like the adventure of it more than anything. Trying to figure out where the next best place to go is on your own. Spit on them? No. I'll lick my line if my line's not wet. Oh, that's a perfect shot right there. Let it get down to the bottom, then lift it up and reel it back. I just had the perfect cast and I landed right on a leaf. Yeah, that's 3. 2 spots and 1 smallie. We gotta get your tackle box figured out. We gotta get your line figured out. You'll be all right after that. It's like $11 for a 330-yard roll. But I think the 4-pound that I was talking about, we would get P line, and I'm not real sure what the price of the P line is. It's hard to find good 4-pound line. I've been thinking about going to some of the Japanese line lately. Go back the other way? All right. Sounds good to me. We'll fish our way back. That's fine with me. You want to go down the right side and see if it's not as deep as the other side was?
I'm kind of curious about this field up here.
Oh, you want to walk up there and see what it is?
Yeah, I'm just
Do the adventure part.
I don't guess this is burning up for us.
I think we're right on the edge of that field next to that school, right?
Yeah. What's back that way? Maybe this is a continuation of that, or this is like an agricultural field or something.
Yeah. Right. Little half circles. Yeah.
Yeah, here's some too, yeah. They're probably coming down that way. Yeah, here's probably
There's also people feet. I'm seeing people steps here. Here's one of those big shells. Look at the size of that thing, man. Is it a big field? Yeah. You got up in there in that hayfield and now you got the sneezes. Yeah. Down here by the water cools everything down, doesn't it? It's like a little air conditioner. All right, guys, I had a friend of mine tell me he didn't really like the fact that I told people where I was fishing. But here's the thing, I want you to go fishing. So this is Harpeth River State Park, where I went in today. Now, is this my top spot to fish? No, it's not. However, there's a lot of conveniences. You got the trail leading down, you can put in a kayak if you want. This is kind of where we went to jump in the water. Very simple access, right? Roads right there, you can get to it easy. Here's the other beauty. If you want to make it a day, picnic tables, grills, right? If you're a proper person, you got your porta potty down there. See that? This is probably not on in the winter, I don't guess, but you can even fill a water bottle. You can take your dog for a walk and pick up their poo, which everyone should do. So it's a great location. We did catch fish. I imagine when the water's a little up or when it's not as cool as it was today. Goodness gracious. A little microburst of wind. This would be a great place to go have some fun on the water.